Assalamu alaikum. Today we are discussing verb, types of verb and forms of verb. So let's start. Verb. A verb is a word that denotes action or a state of being. As a part of speech and grammar, a verb is the action in the sentence. Along with a noun, the verb is a critical component of a complete sentence. Somebody, noun, does something, verb. For example, we will decide tomorrow. He sleeps under the tree. In these sentences, decide and sleep are verbs. Types of verb. There are many different types of verb that we use in writing and speech. First one is regular verb, a verb that's past, second form, and past participle, third form, as made. By adding d or ed is called regular verb. Examples are: he walked 2 miles to the post office. We purchased all of the supplies that we needed for the camping trip. Tiffany had noticed something strange about Marcus's story. Second is a regular verb. If the formation of the verb is otherwise than the regular verb, it is called a regular verb. Examples are: Cindy knew all of the right answers. This junky computer has given me nothing but headaches since I bought it. The workers took the furniture out of the moving truck. Third is linking verb. A verb that acts as a link between two words is called linking verb. It connects or links a subject to a noun or an adjective in the predicate. Examples are: Mike is a great dancer. That gold watch looks expensive. Suddenly, the mall got really crowded. Fourth is transitive verb. A verb that needs object to complete itself is called transitive verb. It is called transitive because it passes its action from subject to object. Examples are: Leonardo ate a delicious pepperoni pizza. The wealthy man bought 3 paintings. She really hates broccoli. Fifth is intransitive verb. A verb that doesn't need any object to complete itself is called intransitive verb. It does not pass its action from subject to the object. Examples are: airplanes fly. The children slept while the adults worked. The terrified monkeys hid in the trees. Sixth is finite verb. Finite verbs mean those verbs which can change their form in accordance with the subject. Examples are: she completes her assignments at the given time. Are you joking in front of these dignitaries? Geneva brushes her teeth twice a day. Seventh is infinite verb. An infinitive is a verb which has to before it. It shows infinite action when is used at the beginning of the sentence. Examples are: we planned to take a holiday. She decided to stay at home. I told him to ring the police. Eighth is modal verbs. Modal verbs are those verbs that are used to denote the possibility, probability, capability or necessity of something happening. Modal verbs, unlike other auxiliary verbs, cannot be used as a main verb in a sentence. Examples are: once you finish your homework, you may play outside. We must carefully add 2 eggs to the mixing bowl. I would go to the movies if I wasn't busy working. Ninth is phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs include phrases that are formed by combining 2 or more parts of speech that performs the same function as a verb in a sentence. In most cases, a phrasal verb results from a combination of a verb and a preposition. Examples are: the frustrated business owner closed down his store. Dave loves to show off his baseball trophies. My mother always told me it is a good idea to put some money away in case of emergencies. 10th is stative verb. Stative verbs often relate to thoughts and opinions: agree, believe, doubt, guess, imagine, know, mean, recognize, remember, suspect, think, understand. Examples are: the mansion has 5 bathrooms. Allie loves her younger sisters. My car needs an oil change. Verb form. A verb form is a way in which a verb is shaped or modified in order to suit the context that speaks about an action that is performed at a specific time. The 5 verb forms in English are root verb, third person singular present form of verb, present participle, simple past and past participle. First form is root verb. The root verb is the verb in its original form, without any inflection or change. The root form of the verb is used as the base form to create the other forms of the verb. Keep in mind that this is not the case with all verbs. The root form of the verb is modified when conjugated to represent other forms of the verb only for regular verbs. Irregular verbs have unique ways in which they are conjugated, and not all remain the same. Root verbs are most often used to indicate the simple present tense. Let us take a look at the following examples of how the root verb is used in sentences. I love watching movies with my friends. I finish my homework before 6 p.m. every day. You play really well. In the above examples, the verbs love, finish, play, and are used in their original form, and so they are called root verbs.
Second is third-person singular present form. The third-person singular form of the verb is used to represent the simple present tense. As far as regular verbs are concerned, the third-person singular form is indicated by the addition of an s or s to the end of the root verb.
For example, Tom likes having cereal for breakfast. Root verb is like while third-person singular form is likes. Sheila teaches English for 6th grade students. Root verb is teach while third-person singular form is teaches. My father reads the newspaper every day. Root verb is read while third-person singular form is reads. Third is present participle form of the verb. The present participle form of the verb is formed by adding an ing to the base form, root verb. In some cases, when the word is a monosyllabic word that ends with a vowel followed by a consonant, the last consonant is doubled, and then the ing is added. For verbs ending with an e, the e is removed, and the ing is added in most cases. However, there are a few verbs that retain the e in the base form when converted to the present participle form of the verb. This form of the verb is used in the continuous, progressive tenses to indicate that the action is still going on. It is also used to convert verbs into nouns that refer to an action. Some of the examples of present participle form are run into running, swim into swimming, forget into forgetting, sit into sitting, cut into cutting. Fourth is simple past form of the verb. The simple past form of the verb is used to denote an action that took place in the past. It is usually formed by adding an ed or d for words ending in e to the end of the root verb. However, there are irregular verbs that do not follow the general rule. Let us look at a few examples of the simple past form of the verb. Examples of simple past form are cheat, cheated, dodge, dodged jump, jumped skip, skipped iron, ironed. Fifth is past participle form of the verb. The past participle form of the verb is used to indicate the perfect tense. For regular verbs, the simple past form and the past participle form of the verb remain the same, whereas there are irregular verbs that take a different spelling when used as a past participle. Let us look at a few examples to understand better. Examples are bitten, bled, blown, come, taken, written, chosen, cast, driven, eaten. So, that was today's lecture. Thank you so much for watching. Encourage us by subscribing our channel. Take care. Allah Hafiz.